Sampson in the middle on your left, senior guard Emanuel Sharp on your right, senior point guard Milos. Uzan, if you have a question, raise your hand. Let me get a microphone to you, and we'll get to you. We'll go to Chris here on the far left. Go ahead, Chris.
Kelvin, the play where Kingston slipped, down. What were you guys trying to run there, and how much?
Get in the paint and well, we run all game. Same stuff we ran to go up 10. You get in the paint and get an angle. You just fell down.
Anybody else have any questions?
Kelvin, how much did you think is Emanuel's fourth foul kind of changed the game? You guys were rolling offensively there.
Yeah. Well, he's our best shooter, so he was playing good, but those are two really good teams. I'm not going to sit there and start making excuses. That's not what we do at Houston. We had our opportunities. I thought a big exchange was we missed the 1-and-1, and then Heisey makes the 3 in the corner with 2 on the clock. That's how you win. It's also how you lose. It's, we've been there on that exchange. We came out of a timeout and when they executed well and had a really good look, missed it. So we played good enough to win. I thought our offensive rebounded, picked up the second half. Thought we had a good plan for most of the things. You're not going to take everything away. I think we did as good a job as you can do with Monsilovic. His length and his range. I thought our guys did a good job there. But Iowa State's good. It's not an easy place to come and win. But when you put yourself in a position, it's disappointing. I'm disappointed we didn't win, but I'm not disappointed in our effort. Our kids tried hard, but those little things that we've always been good at. We've always been good at free throw blockouts because we really work hard at free throw blockouts. So that's disappointing. Stepping up and having the courage to, make the plays that need to be made. They did tonight, and we didn't, so give them credit.
Joseph?
Kelvin, when Emanuel went out, you guys, Isaiah hits that big 3, and you guys were able to get some momentum. What did you feel like was working there that maybe didn't?
Yeah, just getting in the paint and spraying it. We were matchup hunting, looking at certain matchups, and we scored. We both scored 40. What do they have? We scored 40 in the first half. They scored 43, and we both scored 27 in the second half. But those are two of the top 5 or 6 defenses in America. We held them down pretty good second half, and they did a good job of holding us down too. But thought our kids fought. We've been in this situation a lot on the road, and sometimes the breaks go in your favor. The nights we win this game, we made the 1-and-1 and they missed the 3. Tonight it was flipped. We missed the 1-and-1 and they made the 3. Sometimes it's simple as that. But we have a ton of respect for TJ and this program, this fan base. I don't know what it looked like on TV, but anytime you get Hilton Coliseum on TV, that's usually pretty good for the Big 12. And I was proud of our kids' effort tonight. So we'll lick our wounds on this one and go home and get ready for another big one on Saturday.
Front left middle.
Kelvin, Iowa State turns the ball over 3 times today. What was the biggest factor in them playing a clean game?
Yeah, I think we weren't able to get enough pressure at the point of attack on Lipsy. And we knew that they were gonna try to go one-on-one with Jefferson on, against our freshman CNAC. But I didn't think that was gonna win or lose the game, because, they're not gonna just throw it to him every single time. And in end of the day, I don't remember what the numbers stated, he was 4 for 10. Somebody told me before the game, Jefferson would go 4 for 10, I'd take it. But I thought our kids fought at that, but they didn't run a ton of pick and roll. They were pick and roll heavy, especially on the sides. And teams that run a ton of pick and roll were usually pretty good at creating deflections and turnovers. But most teams turn the ball over more on the road than they do at home. I think coming into this game, we were number 1 in the nation, fewest turnovers per game, and tonight we had 7, but that's twice as many as they had. So 7's maybe not so good tonight.
We have time for a few more questions for student athletes. Go ahead, Chris.
Emanuel, how hard was that to sit out that long? And that fourth one, it looked like you were, trying not to. Were you how conscious were you that you had 3, and what did you see there?
I mean, that's not an excuse. I was sitting for a lot of the second half, but still got knocked down shots. They did. They made shots at the end of the game. We didn't. I feel like that was a difference. I don't think it doesn't matter whether I sat out or not. It doesn't really matter. We lost. They made the plays down the stretch, and we didn't.
How much of a difference did the crowd make for you guys when you were trying to go on offense, trying to score, and just a wall of noise surrounded you?
It's not the crowd. I would say it's a good team. They have a good defense. And so do we. It was 2 good teams. It was 70 to 67. The crowd, it was maybe for them, maybe it helped them. But we played our game. I thought we played hard, and I thought we played smart. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. They ended up on top.
Emanuel, the last couple of years, these 2 programs have played a lot of really classic battles. 2 games here, 1 in Kansas City. You guys won, obviously, last year in Houston. What makes these 2 teams play such competitive, physical basketball games?
I think it's just, we have similar play styles. We're both very tough, hard-nosed teams. We both play great defense. Every year it seems like we're both top 10 in defense. So, they rebound the ball well. They had some timely offensive rebounds. Same way we had offensive rebounds in the second half. So, I just think it's the similar play styles clashing, great coaching staffs on both sides, and, they 2 teams with great players.
I know the effort that you guys give is something you take a lot of pride in. Iowa State does as well. Does that make this type of matchup more enjoyable to participate in 2 teams that prioritize that at the top of the list?
Yeah. When you're out there, you can feel, the competitive nature of both teams. I feel like we were really going back and forth with our defensive stops the whole game. I feel like we just didn't bite down on the little details that we needed to in the second half. Like Coach said, free throw line blockouts. They had 3 crucial offensive rebounds while after a missed free throw, and I feel like if we don't give those up, we probably win the game. So we just gotta get better, get back, and get prepared for the next one.
Time for one more if anybody's got it. Is everybody good? Coach, Emanuel, Miles,